कहाँ मेरी जाना तुम बताओ ना, कहाँ मेरी जाना तुम बताओ ना। मुझे एक वेब सीरीज का जेन्युइनली आया था, मुझे क्रिकेटर बनना था उसमें. आई वुड बी रियली हैप्पी इफ आई गॉट टू sing for Akshay Kumar. I think my dad is very hardworking.
Hello, Rahul. How are you? Welcome to Urban Nation.
Thank you so much.
So, Rahul, to begin with, I heard your song Batao Na, and Batao To, I've loved your voice, the composition, and those dance moves.
Thank you so much.
So, are you a trained dancer as well?
I did take Shamak Dawa classes when I was younger, but it was not something very extensive. They would have like the 2-3 month course, whatever. It was close to my house, so my mom made sure me and my sister she sort of pushed us into it and said, "कि थोड़ा dance वंस भी करो तुम दोनों." But I was actually very shy when I was younger, and I would not dance. I would feel very uncomfortable. But then I grew up and I went to college, and everyone's just dancing and being goofy. I got over it and I started dancing, and now I really enjoy it. I at a wedding or at a party or something, I'm usually the one who's being very goofy and doing all sorts of
Wow.
crazy dance moves.
Okay. So, talking about the video Batao Na, visually it gives a very 90s Bollywood story kind of vibe, and musically it takes you back to the indie pop days. How was the song put together?
Um, it was the idea was to make sort of a classic song sort of vibe, and one of the first things I did was I came up with a beat for the song. I wanted to have the Indian percussions. ये जो इसका जो rhythm है ना, इसमें बहुत ऐसे गाने आपको इसमें बहुत गाने बैठते हैं रोमांटिक. ये रिश्ते नाते, जालिमा, गेरुआ और कई सारे तुझे देखा तो ये जाना सनम. ये बड़ा बहुत ही टिपिकल हिंदी फिल्म रोमांटिक बीट है ये गाने का. तो वो एक बार आ गया, बन गया, मुझे अच्छा लगा, तो फिर मैंने धुन बनाई इस पे. और आई मेड माय डैड हियर इट. ही सेड के ही लाइक्ड इट वेरी मच. उन्होंने कहा कि इसको कंप्लीट कर लो, इसको हम लोग लिखते हैं. तो ये वर्ड बताओ ना हम सिलेक्ट कर लिया था हमने, क्योंकि ये मुझे बहुत ऐसे एक फनी भी लगा, और मुझे ऐसा लगा कि हर लड़का रिलेट भी कर सकता है इससे, जब वो कोई लड़की को बहुत पसंद करता है, कि तुम बताओ ना भाई तुमको भी मैं कैसा लगता हूँ कि नहीं. और कहाँ मेरी जाना तुम, क्योंकि मैं ड्राइवर हूँ ये गाने में, तो ये वो ड्राइवर पूछता है ना कि कहाँ जाना है, उस तरह का. तो दैट्स हाउ इट ऑल केम टुगेदर.
आपके सॉन्ग्स में जो इन्फ्लुएंस हम देख रहे हैं ज्यादातर, जो पहले के भी सॉन्ग्स है, उसपे बॉलीवुड हिंदी सिनेमा का इन्फ्लुएंस दिख रहा है, वो सॉन्ग्स का, बॉलीवुड सॉन्ग्स का. तो व्हाट काइंड ऑफ म्यूजिक डू यू यूजुअली लिसन टू एंड यू लाइक? जॉनर कौन सा पसंद है आपको?
This is a very good question. I do listen to like the early 2000s music more, but these days, I do listen to AP Dillon also these days. He's become very popular.
Yeah.
So I listen to a mix of things. But it's funny. And these days I even listen to a lot of the older songs. I don't know. I really enjoy them now way more than I did in the past. I'm sort of starting to understand that I mean older as in 90s. I'm talking about R.D. Burman, Rafi Saab, those era, Bach ke rehna re baba, देखा ना हाय रे सोच जानू में. So I listen to all sorts of music, but I think I enjoy making the typical Hindi music more.
Okay, and what do you enjoy doing more? Is it composing or singing?
I'll be honest with you. I think composing can get a little bit easier after a while, especially when you have the music production and stuff like that down, because everything you just save it as templates and you can keep doing that. Becomes a very quick process. But singing takes time to sing this correctly, and so I'd say I probably enjoy composing a little bit more. Yeah.
So going ahead, at what age, कौन से age में आपको music में interest होना शुरू हुआ, or was it always there?
um, मैं गाता हमेशा अच्छा ही था, पापा हमेशा बचपन से सिखाते थे। मुझे इंटरेस्ट, आई थिंक मुझे समझ आने लगा कि मैं म्यूजिक बेस्ट करता हूँ जब मैं 18-19 साल का हो गया था। आप बड़े होने लगते हो, कॉलेज में होते हो, आप सोचने लगते हो कि क्या करना है, तो मुझे आई थिंक ये मेरे लिए बेस्ट करियर ऑप्शन है। और और मुझे इसमें मजा भी आता है। आई थिंक इसमें कई सारी चीजें करने को मिलती है, गाना बनाने को मिलता है, गाने को मिलता है, आप म्यूजिक वीडियो बनाते हो तो एक्टिंग भी कर सकते हो उसमें। और
Right.
इट्स तो तो yeah, I think probably 18 or 19 I started thinking about this, like, yeah, this is what I should be doing.
Right. So talking about that, social media, apps like YouTube and Instagram, ये हर तरीके के आर्टिस्ट के लिए एक बहुत बड़ा प्लेटफॉर्म है जहाँ पे they can showcase their talent and art. तो ये
जी।
how much has that helped you to create an audience and connect with the audience?
I think it is 100% responsible for all the audience that I have. So all the credit goes to social media. I think it's very nice that we have something like this in our times. It gives us an opportunity to build an audience and build a fan base, as you said. So I think it's very cool. We are very lucky to have social media around.
So as you mentioned that अपने सॉन्ग में हम एक्टिंग भी कर सकते हैं, डांसिंग भी करने मिल जाती है। ये क्वेश्चन आपको बहुत लोगों ने पूछा होगा। एनी प्लान्स इन एक्टिंग इन अ मूवी और वेब शो? कुछ ऑफर्स आए हैं आपकी तरफ इन चीजों के लिए?
मुझे एक आया था, पता है, मुझे एक वेब सीरीज का जेन्युइनली आया था, मुझे क्रिकेटर बनना था उसमें। तो
वाओ।
पर मैं वहां था नहीं उस समय इंडिया में, तो मैं कर नहीं, वरना मैं कर लेता, मुझे ऐसी कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है। पर मैं चाहता हूँ कि मैं म्यूजिक में ही कुछ करूँ, क्योंकि मुझे जेन्युइनली वो ज्यादा बेटर लगता है पर्सनली। पर हाँ, मुझे कोई मिल जाए तो मैं कर लूंगा, मुझे ऐसे कोई, मैं नहीं करूंगा ऐसा कुछ नहीं है।
So currently you're in LA or you're in India?
आई एम इन LA राइट नाउ।
Okay. So we would like to know, you've been there, and what are your plans? Are you coming back? Or do you want to get into Hindi cinema movies? What are your
Yes,
plans for
absolutely.
that?
I'll probably come back next about next month, probably next mid March or something.
COVID has introduced people to long distance workstations and working from home. So in your case, I see the production. It's happened in Mumbai, India, right? For this song and other songs as well. So any particular
Uh,
reason to do that and not go ahead with producing the song there in LA?
um, as in the music production.
Yes, mixing,
Well,
mastering, and all of that
well,
technical aspect.
the only thing that we did in India was the mixing and the mastering. Aftab had done that. The rest of the song was literally done back here in my home studio. I dubbed it here. I did the music. इस गाने का music production मैंने खुद ही किया है. So,
Okay.
music production, so all you need is a laptop and a MIDI keyboard and some headphones. You could do it anywhere now. You can do it in a plane, you can do it in a train, you can do it in your car, you can do it in the restroom, wherever, you are. So, you don't, you, it कहीं भी कर सकते हैं वो कोई, पर हाँ, खाली मिक्सिंग मैंने इंडिया में कराई क्योंकि इंडियन
Uh,
प्रिकॉशंस है काफी।
yeah.
इंडियन इंडियन टाइप का गाना है, तो कोई इंडियन बंदा करे तो बेटर है।
Hmm. Okay. Okay. Which musicians and actors would you like to collaborate with?
I I would really, I would like to collaborate with all of them, but I would be really happy if I got to sing for Akshay Kumar, because I had an interview right before this and they
Yes.
asked me the same question. And the reason I would want to is because I think he's a very good actor. I enjoy his movies. I follow some of the same lifestyle rules as he does. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I try to sleep on time and wake up early, and I try to work out every day, although I have not for the last 2 days. But yeah, I really look up to him. I think he's so cool. But
He is
I
an
would,
inspiration that way.
yeah,
Yeah.
and think he's coming up with like 4 movies every year, and not just like teeny tiny movies. I think there's a big one coming with the Yashraj now. मैं उनका नाम भूल गया वो पिक्चर का, पर it's like Bahubali type of a film, I believe.
Yeah. When I don't remember the name. So coming to what has been your biggest learning from your dad?
My biggest learning from my dad. I think my dad is very hardworking, and I probably get that from my mom and my dad. I'm a pretty hardworking dude. I really spend a lot of. I try to do my best every day. I think it keeps me going and it makes me feel good. And I think the most important thing my dad was telling me, I think just a couple of days ago, he told me that the thing about this line is you have to just keep working. The unfortunate part about being in the entertainment business is you really can't know when things will really click in a big way for you, regardless of how
Right.
talented you are, regardless of how hardworking you are, So the important thing is that just keep doing your work and become the sort of best version of yourself that you can be. As long as you're doing that, you're fine, and don't really think about too many other things. So I think that is the most I think important thing I have learned from him. A lot of times people expect an answer related to music, but the reality about music is I think you sort of learn it yourself as you keep working. um,
Right.
every song teaches you so much, and with every song you're like, man, I got to make sure I do these things the next time we release a song. So I think it's a process. uh, he can guide me more in terms of singing and composition, but that is now a much, like, a big part of making music is now producing music on your computer. So that is something that it wasn't as prevalent in the 90s as it is now. So
Right.
I feel like I know much more about, I'm fairly confident I know much more about that than he does. And so I sometimes teach him to, I'm like, Dad, this is a new plugin. You
Yeah.
must check it out. So yeah, there are plenty of things. Yeah, my dad is a very, very nice guy. And it's more sort of mental things I would say that I should have because I am going into this business.
Okay. So you're getting immense love from the audience for your song Batao Na. Now, work-wise,
Yeah.
what next is the audience going to see?
I literally was listening to my next song. I'm very happy. The next song is pretty much done, music production wise. I have sung the whole song, and I think this is the best song I have sung so far. I'm very, very happy with it. We'll shoot it very soon, and we'll release it very soon too, I think. And not only is it, I'm very happy about. It's a very, like, production wise also it's much simpler. So I'm pretty happy about this one. I think the next one is going to be my best one so far. So yeah.
This question is for budding musicians. What would you suggest them? Is self-learning, be it production or singing, uh, is self-learning better or going to an institute and learning the art is better?
I think any way by which you can learn is always welcomed. Uh, there is, and I won't even say, like, just even if you ever get a chance to hang out on a set of a film while they are shooting a song or something like that, you will learn something. I mean, um, the thing about music now is there's so many other things as a musician that you have to sort of have a grasp on. Just social media, doing that alone can become something so deep, and really requires experience and stuff like that. So I would say learn any avenue you get a chance, whether it's social media, whether it's shooting, whether it's producing music. Just go ahead and learn, because it will come in handy. There's absolutely no doubt about it.
So lastly, Rahul, two lines from your
Gee,
song Batao Na. We're not letting
absolutely.
you go without that.
Yeah, no worries. I have my uh, guitar right here. तुमसे कहना है हर दिन मिलना है तुमसे कहना है हर दिन मिलना है कहाँ मिल जाना तुम बताओ ना कहाँ मिल जाना तुम बताओ ना जुड़ता हुआ रिश्ता हो तुम बनता हुआ हो फसाना तेरी झलक मुझको मिले ऐसा मिले नजराना कहाँ मेरी जाना तुम बताओ ना, कहाँ मेरी जाना तुम बताओ ना.
Lovely. Amazing. Amazing, Rahul.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rahul, for joining us. It was
Thank you very
lovely
much
talking to
too.
you. We hope to
Yes.
talk to you soon
Same here.
with your new release. Thank you.
Thank you too. Have a good day.
You too.